Dan Cather, Operations Section Chief, Great Basin Team 3. Operational brief for August 29th. The fire is 73,721 acres and 95% contained. We're receiving a lot of moisture today. But last night there was a lot of moisture that was on the fire area. As we all know, you probably haven't seen a lot of smoke on the fire. With that being said, we've got a lot of people out there who are heavily engaged in suppression repair. And when we're talking about suppression repair, we're talking about repair on the dozer line, hand lines, hazard tree removals, working the roads, and making sure that we're able to, return the forest and return the areas that have been devastated back to as close to the normal product that it was, and for reentry of the private in-holdings. So there's been a lot of work throughout, the branches. Alpha Delta, they've been working really hard trying to finish up the dozer lines and hand lines that have been outside of the fire perimeter. Once we can get these lines contained or cleaned up, the fire perimeter closure will shrink back up to the footprint of the fire. Coming around to Echo Gulf, same thing. In Echo Gulf, we've got a lot of crews in here working around Porters and Long Flat and Big Lake, making sure that we're removing the hazard trees, we're assessing the roads, and we're assessing areas that need to have fire suppression repair done on hand line, dozer line that's in the area. This is looking really good through here. Down in here we had a crew hike in to rehab this hand line. Things are looking good there. This rain's going to put a little damper on that, so it's going to be a little bit of time before they can hike back in. But this will be cleaned up probably in the next 24 to 48 hours. One of the things to think about is today, through the Sheriff's Office, we're looking at repopulating the Maggleby's area. If you are one of the private landowners, you will be going to the Sheriff's Office to get your placard and permission to be able to enter up into your area in the Maggleby's area. I just want everyone to know that if you're traveling up into those areas, your corridor is going to come through Casharum, up Casharum Canyon, up to Maggleby. There will be crews out there. I want you to just be vigilant on the work that's being done, and if you happen to come across the fire crews, they're there trying to make sure that the roads are still open and that the hazard trees have been removed and that you're able to repopulate your property safely. And that's the big piece for today, is we got Maggleby being repopulated. Bagley was earlier this week, and then at the start of next week, I'm not sure on the time frames yet, but we'll be looking at Manning and Monroe Meadows, and then the later part of the week, probably towards Thursday, Friday of next week, we'll be looking at Big Lake and Elk Meadows. With that, with the weather, if anyone is going up into the fire area, one thing to remember, the trees are weakened due to the fire, and if we've burned off all the vegetation below those trees, any moisture can uproot those trees. So if we get the moisture and we get the winds, even though we're out there trying to do what we can to mitigate the hazard trees, we can't eliminate all the hazards. So I want you to be safe and have a good day.